So before I even start the video, I just want to warn you and tell you that there are parts in this video that have a vacuum sound because a nigga was vacuuming. But I mean, that doesn't really fucking matter. I'm not gonna retake this video. You can enjoy it, bro. Anyway, let's start this thing. Yes, I know this isn't a One Piece video or a One Piece theory, but come on man, this movie was so amazing and I'm trying to do some new stuff on this channel, so I hope y'all like this one. So the story starts very dark. We just head straight into Yuta killing those students from school, and then we find out that he tried to kill himself because of the curse he put on Rika-chan, and then we also get that scene with Rika and the car accident, all that stuff, and it's like the story just gets you interested from the first 15 minutes, which is really good because you don't want to get into a movie and have a slow build up for 30 minutes and not know where the story is going. So I feel like this was very well executed. Now, I'm not a huge Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I'm still yet to catch up to the manga. I'm still in the early stages of the Shibuya arc, like where Gojo gets trapped. So this movie actually motivated me to actually try and continue the manga because I'm like, yo, this story is actually good, and I gotta actually read it again from chapter 1 because I don't remember shit that happened in the story. Like, I don't even know who Yuta was until I watched the movie. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I don't remember anything, and I know they speak about him in the Shibuya arc sometime there, but I'm just like, wow, I don't know, I'm clueless. Like, the only thing I remember is Panda, and well, I've seen spoilers for Panda and whatever, right? So yeah, it is what it is. So we get into the movie. It's amazing. It starts off dark, and then we get Yuta going to Jujutsu Kaisen High, as obviously everybody goes there who has a curse ability or everything like that. But then, like, Toge, right? Toge, the guy who has to speak funny, he catches me off guard every time because I'm like watching the movie and I'm like, I completely forgot how he speaks in the manga, and he was like talking some gibberish, and I was like, yo, this guy's character is actually pretty cool, but at the same time it's like, this is a weird ass way to speak, bro. Like but he has to do it, right? He has to do that, so it's understandable. So then we get Yuta, you know, doing all this stuff, you know, going on his first mission. But before we even get to the first mission, right, I just want to speak about something. Yo, this is such a weird thing. Like, you get these two kids, right, Rika and Yuta, and then you talk about marriage. I don't know how old they were. Like, I was just there thinking, Yuta, bro, you got high school, you got college, bro. You gonna see better than Rika, that's for damn sure. But I mean, it is what it is, you know, they kids, they don't know. But yeah, it happens a lot in manga as well. I've noticed this weird child thing, you know, weird. Yeah, it happens a lot. It's a normal thing in manga, so yeah, it is what it is. Speaking about marriage and engagement, how about you get married to my YouTube channel right now, and you don't even need no wedding, you don't need no ring. All you gotta do is subscribe, like, and comment. So Maki's character, I personally love Maki so much, right? She is actually my favorite side character in Jujutsu Kaisen. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe so, because actually, no, I think she's one of my favorite side characters. I'm not sure between her and the other dude who can use shadow. Bro, I completely forgot the story. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna comment on the movie. I need to reread the manga. When I read the manga, trust me, I will react to it, I will review it, because this movie really got me into it. So Maki is a pretty cool character. She's very honest, and I like that about her. She doesn't sugarcoat stuff. Like, she really tells you how it is. You know, if you're doing some shit, you're doing shit. If you're doing cool, you're doing cool. That's just how Maki is. And she got a little bit more to her character, right? Behind the whole toughness that she tries to put out, she's a very soft character, as we saw when she was talking with Yuta in the classroom and her paws just came up into her mind. And she's a pretty soft character when it comes to it, but I just love the way she is, and I love her character. I love how she's written. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, when it comes to like characters, they're written very well and they are handled very well, and I like that because you just don't want a character who's just about being cool throughout the whole series. You want some characterization in that, and that's what I love about Jujutsu Kaisen, that all these characters actually have layers to them, and it's not just about being strong or being cool or anything like that. And Maki's one of my favorite characters, so yeah, that's that. One thing that I did notice though is Yuta is actually the opposite of Yuji. Now, this is one thing I do remember, right? Whereas Yuji is already an athletic character the moment you meet him, Yuta is pretty damn weak. Like, he's really weak in terms of his physique, whereas Yuji was automatically like already strong. he can run miles and miles and, you know, punch stuff and shit like that. Whereas Yuta, he doesn't have that. But Yuta has more potential in terms of skill, whereas Yuji doesn't. Yuji's a little bit different, I guess. I mean, he does have power behind his attacks, but Yuta definitely has more potential from what I've seen. And another difference is also their characters, right? Yuta is a more gloomy character in a way, and then Yuji is a more optimistic character. Like when we first meet them, Yuji was already optimistic, and then when we had Yuta, he was so gloomy. I mean, even towards the end, he still had doubts within himself, whereas Yuji barely doubted himself from what I've noticed. So that's something I caught on. Now, one of the funniest scenes in the movie was when Geto was taking a selfie. That was so unexpected. I was like, is this nigga serious right now? That was pretty hilarious. And speaking about Geto, bro, I mean, yeah, he's the villain of the story, and I know he's also in the manga, and I'm still yet to understand how he dies in the movie, but he's alive in the manga. I'm still gonna try and read that again. But he obliterates Maki. So we see Maki and Geto trying to fight, and then we cut to Gojo speaking and all that stuff, and then we cut back to Maki, and we just see Maki completely obliterated, and then we see Geto versus Panda and Toge, and he washes them as well. And he's a pretty cool character. I will say this. I think this might be my favorite villain in Jujutsu Kaisen. Even in the manga, when I read the manga, I actually liked Geto a lot more than all the other guys. So yeah. And speaking about Geto, bro, this nigga, bro, people talk about Frieza being racist. Geto gotta be the new Frieza, bro. He has to be the new Frieza. I mean, the amount of times he says monkey. I mean, yo, if you don't know who Frieza is, let me play a clip. Let me play a clip just to show you who Frieza is.
Hello, monkeys.
You just saw that. You just saw that. I mean, Geto has to be the new Frieza. Like, these niggas the same nigga, bruh. For real. And also what I realized is Geto's goal is kind of similar to Voldemort's goal from Harry Potter, right? Where Voldemort wants a world without muggles. And then Geto kind of wants the same thing. He wants a world where only those with curse abilities, those with strength can live. Which means like the normal guys, the normal humans will be wiped out. That's kind of the same thing. When I watched the movie, I was like, oh, this nigga Voldemort then, you know. But I don't know if y'all noticed that, but yeah, but besides all the racist and Voldemort motives, he's a really, really badass character, bro. Pulling up to Jujutsu Kaisen High with Gojo Sensei there, bro, and everybody else there to declare war and walk away with not even a single scratch, bro. Not many people are gonna do that in Jujutsu Kaisen, especially when Gojo Sensei is there. Like, Gojo OP, bro. I've seen Gojo in action, bro. I mean, the movie doesn't give him much time to show off this skill. I mean, besides that badass scene when he was whipping that nigga ass, like, oh my god, like, oh man, that scene lives rent free, bro, rent free. But yeah, he is a badass character. Geto, he's a badass character and a smart character because he was able to fool everybody. I mean, Gojo Sensei kind of caught on towards the end, but he was so close to actually achieving his plan. Like, if it wasn't for Yuta being so overpowered with Rika and all that stuff, Geto could have won 100%. So that's that. And on Gojo again, I feel like the movie handled Gojo very well because this movie wasn't about Gojo Sensei, it wasn't about all the other characters, it was about Yuta. And I like how they handled an overpowered character in Gojo and just kept him on the sidelines for a very, very long time in the movie. I mean, he had a cool scene, as I said, beating up that guy, the black dude. I forgot his name, bro. I won't lie, I'm not good with Jujutsu Kaisen names because I'm not really into the story like that. So yeah, they beat him pretty badly, bro. They whipped his ass, right? It felt like I was watching some taijutsu from Naruto, bro. Like, it was so bad, right? And they handled Gojo so well. Like, they didn't have him do too much and they didn't have him do too little. His role in the story was basically to play the sensei role, as he should, obviously, to just guide the other characters, his underlings, right? And I think the movie does this very well. Instead of having Gojo just pull up to Jujutsu Kaisen High, take care of Geto, and that's that, you know. I like that. I like that a lot. And the fighting scenes were really cool. They were really cool. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, when it comes to fighting scenes, it has to be up there with Bleach, because I have Jujutsu Kaisen as a show that's similar with Bleach, but Jujutsu Kaisen has more depth to it. Now, a lot of Bleach fans are gonna hate me for this, but for what Bleach is, it's an amazing story. But if you're trying to compare it with other shows in terms of character depth, then I think it falls short in terms of that. But for what Bleach does, for what it is, for me, Bleach is absolutely phenomenal, because as a fighting anime, as a fighting series, I think it's top tier. I think I have it up there with Dragon Ball in terms of fighting, like, for real. So you might hate me for it, but I don't care. This is my opinion. You're here to hear my opinion, right? You know, I'm not here to make you happy, nigga. I'm not here to make you smile. I'm not here to be a yes man. I'm here to give you my opinion. If you don't like it, hop on to the next channel. Anyway, before I finish the video, I just want to talk about Toge. I think Toge is way too overpowered. Anything he says, literally anything he says, it'll happen. Now the power has a lot of risk to it in terms of his voice, you know, it hurts his voice box, right? But if he can just, you know, get the medicine, I mean, who's stopping him? Like, I just, how do you stop Toge? Like, okay, I mean, it's kind of like Apu in One Piece, maybe you cover your ears, but I don't know how this power really works. I still have to, I'm gonna go back and reread Jujutsu Kaisen, and I will probably understand a little bit more after that. I just had to give my review on this movie because it was so cool, like literally so cool. And yeah, I'm gonna try and read it again. Maybe I'll get into it this time because I'm really hyped up for Jujutsu Kaisen right now. Like I really am. But anyway, yeah, how about you comment and tell me how you felt about the movie? Because for me, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I can't complain. A lot of people are gonna say, oh, but how is it a 10 out of 10? You don't even understand the story. Man, shut the fuck up, bro. It's 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10, okay? So yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one, man. Peace.